Alrighty, so I know that I kind of pitched the idea of me showing some of my favorite skincare as well as makeup products for vacation a couple of days ago. And so I am just going to kind of start off nice and easy by showing you skincare first and then moving into makeup. And so I feel like whenever people go on vacation, they want to kind of keep it as simple as possible. One way to do this is just with a nice tinted moisturizer. And so this one is really good to use with just a powder on top. I am very oily, and so I feel like by using my Jane Iredale powder on top, it kind of mattifies me as well as gives me a little bit more coverage, so you don't have that thick feeling of a typical foundation, but it does give you that nice coverage as well as that sunblock. And so I do really like this product. When I do wear a full face of makeup, even at home, I typically reach for one of these two. And so as you can see, this one is the Prevention Plus Daily Matte Moisturizer. It is a 32 SPF. I wear this almost every single day underneath my makeup. This does do a good job at keeping me more so on the matte side than anything else. So I do really like this product, as well as this one by Supergoop. And so this one I actually got from my Sephora near me. And so this is more so like a setting mist. And so this one is actually SPF 50. And you can get away with not wearing an SPF on your makeup. I know that, like I said, for me being oily, it's hard for me to wear an SPF just because most of the time they are more on the thick side. So they will make you oily faster. They will kind of build up under your makeup almost. I still think it's worth it, but this has been my new best friend lately. And so I will be bringing this on vacation with me. Like I said, it is more so like a setting mist instead of something that you put on before your makeup. And so moving on from some of the SPFs, one thing that I actually just picked up from Sephora while I got this Supergoop setting mist is by Drunk Elephant. And so I've actually never tried any of their products, but this is their anti-pollution anti-pollution sunshine serum. And so this is something that just adds a little bit of a nice natural glow to your skin without making it look like you really have makeup on. This is really good to mix in, whether it's like a tinted moisturizer or just a matte moisturizer or whatever. Anything with an SPF, it's great to mix into because you still want to get that sun coverage while you are at the beach or wherever you are. But with this Drunk Elephant product, like I said, you'll still get that nice glow that everybody is looking for. And so I will be bringing that with me whenever I'm at the beach. I will probably pair these two together. Like I said, the tinted moisturizer I typically use in the summertime with like my Jane powder when I am trying to achieve more of a buildable look. And so I will move on to some of my favorite serums. I cannot live without these. So starting off with the Intense Lightening Serum by Illuma. These are all by Image Skincare. And so this one is my personal like ride or die. I use this twice a day, every single day. This is great for pigmentation, whether it is sunspots, acne spots, anything like that. All you need is one pump for your entire face. Rub it into your skin before you throw on your moisturizer and you are good to go. And so this will just kind of help lighten up any pigmentation, like I said, without making you feel dry or anything like that. And so I personally love this. And then these two other serums are both new this year. And so this one right here is our Image Skincare Ageless Total Pure Hyaluronic Filler. And so what that means is hyaluronic actually holds up to 1,000 times its weight in water. So it draws a lot of needed moisturizer to your skin. And so it's not going to make you feel heavy or it's not going to make you break out, anything like that. This is what we like to call Botox in a bottle. It kind of naturally plumps up your skin and gives you that nice youthful effect. And so moving on to this one, this is a new ACME serum. It's very hydrating. It helps with anti-aging as well as redness and rosacea. This is also amazing for any scarring. Like I said, kind of with the Illuma, whether it is acne scarring, age spots, sunspots, it'll kind of just naturally kind of help it brighten up. And so these are all going to be pretty hydrating, which is great while you're out in the sun. And they are not going to make you feel oily or anything. Sorry, I can't talk. And so one other product that I have recently gotten as far as skincare would be from Image Skincare as well. This is our Ronart MD line. And so this is also really great for any scarring. Mine right now is typically from acne. And so it's not like I have crazy acne or anything, but since I do have more of the olive skin color, I scar easily. And so this one has been great. I do pair this with the Illuma serum as well. I use this one twice a day, every day, like I said. And this one I just use before bed. And so it's a very easy application. You just dot it where you want it, rub it in, fall asleep. I have seen some pretty dramatic differences since I have started using this. So I would definitely recommend this for anybody who is dealing with any scarring. And one last skincare product before we kind of dive into the makeup. And so this one is also by Image Skincare as well as this. I know that they kind of look alike. This is our Restoring Post-Treatment Collagen Lip Enhancement with an SPF of 15. And so this is just literally the best lip balm that I've ever used in my life. It is going to give you that nice SPF, and so your lips burn, whether you want to think that or not, they do. And so I always just like to try and have an SPF on my lips. This feels amazing. It doesn't feel too thick or anything like that. I would highly recommend this to anybody. Alrighty, moving on to some of our makeup. And so as far as foundation goes, I have literally tried everything in the game, from like $70 foundations to $5 foundations. And so these two I grabbed from Sephora in Burnsville. I really like this one. Overall, I think that this would be the best one to get if you want to just get one. Otherwise, this Maybelline 24-hour one is also amazing. Which, I mean, it's so surprising to me just because I am somebody who is willing to invest in the more expensive skincare as well as makeup, and I just never found anything that actually mattified me until I found this. And so, which I just think is so funny because it's like $11 compared to $70. This, as you can see, is the L'Oreal Paris 24-hour Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I am in the shade 105. When I am tan, I honestly don't know what shade I am in. I kind of just mix in a little bit of a liquid highlighter, and that kind of helps darken it up. This one is by CoverFX. It is in the shade, let's see, Sunlight. And so I first apply this all over my face and then go in with these two. I use this matte one in my T-zone, and then everywhere on my face I use this one. And so I actually got this trick from Manny MUA on YouTube. I really like it. I feel like it has helped kind of keep me as matte as I can throughout the day. Like I said, I am a really oily skin type, and so it's hard to keep me kind of shine free, but these products do the best that I've ever seen, and so I really recommend these. Alrighty, moving on. So as far as blush and bronzer goes, I got this bronzer by Chanel probably 2 years ago now. I really like it. It is, let's see, I'm not even going to pretend that I know how to pronounce that. Soleil Tan de Chanel. And so what this is just kind of a cream bronzer, I would say. And so I use a Morphe M356 to apply it. I feel like it just gives you a really nice, flawless, sun-kissed application without really looking like you're wearing makeup. I really like this. And then I actually did just pick this up probably about 3 weeks ago. And so this is by NARS. It is the Dolce Vita Liquid Blush. And so I applied this one with a beauty blender. I always tell people I recommend the brand beauty blender compared to something that you could just get at Target. That is one thing that I feel like you really do need to invest some money in order to get the results that you want. It gives you a nice seamless coverage as well as just kind of blends it really seamlessly. I really like this product. I will use it if I'm doing a full face or even just using it with like this bronzer as well as this tinted moisturizer. You can't go wrong. They are both amazing. And so one thing that I've been really into lately is highlighter. And so if you follow my beauty account, you guys probably already know that I love Jaclyn Hill and her Champagne Pop. I use that daily. I recently got in the, from Kylie Cosmetics, both the colors Fiji and Tahiti. I personally like Fiji better. Tahiti I think will look better once I'm a little bit more bronzed and tan. I know that Tahiti is kind of a peachy, sun-kissed color. As far as Fiji goes, it's kind of like a Champagne Pop on crack, I guess. I don't really want to say that, but it's true. It's just kind of accentuated and more dramatic. I really do like this, especially when you're out and about in the sun. I feel like it's just a really nice compliment for any tan or shade that you tend to get. And so we are almost done, but moving on to blush. I recently got this Morphe palette, and so I feel like this is probably the newest blush palette. I know that there was both the warm and the cool options. I choose to get the warm just because I do have a warmer skin tone. And so I typically stick within these three colors. I'm not huge on the shimmer. I do have the NARS Orgasm blush, which I feel like looks pretty similar to this Witty. Like I said, I literally haven't tried it. But yeah, I mean, it's very shimmery. For somebody with oily skin, I mean, I love highlighter, but I would never want it all over my face. I mean, unless it's under my foundation, like I said, with kind of the candlelight one. But I don't need anything more making me look oily instead of like a sun-kissed goddess. And so I do really like this palette. Like I said, I do typically stick to these three shades. I would recommend it to anybody. It is pretty cheap. I feel like I paid like, gosh, $20 for it, so it's not crazy expensive. And then moving on as far as lips. So I got this probably, I'd say, a year and a half ago. Oops, wrong way. And so it's just kind of a nice mauve color. It's nothing too crazy. It still looks pretty natural because of my skin tone, which I really like. I feel like sometimes when I wear dark lips, I feel like just too much. I don't know if it's because of I like a fuller foundation, or I don't know, like a pretty intense eyeshadow. Like I said, I don't like to feel like I'm wearing too much. And so this one by Buxom, it kind of just naturally plumpens. It adds just a really nice color. It's buildable. I would recommend this one to anybody. And so this is in the color Brooklyn. Oops. And then as far as glosses go, I have been loving this one by the Patrick Starr collaboration with MAC Cosmetics. This is in the shade Mama Star. And so this I feel goes really well with kind of my natural lip color, but just a little bit enhanced. And so those are probably my go-to colors, are the ones that don't look too dramatic, but just add a little bit of intensity to your face, I guess. I don't really want to say intensity, but it just adds more depth to your face, which I really like. And so lately I've been layering that with actually this Rimmel gloss, and it's the Stay Glossy in the shade, let's see, whatever shade this is. I'm not even gonna try and, oh, Blushing Belgrade or something, I don't know. And so I really like this. I use this all over my lips and then just kind of go over the center with this one. It gives a little bit more dimension than you would just get with the regular Patrick Starr. Like I said, I do like more of a natural look when it comes to lip color, and so I do tend to lean more towards this one instead of this one. But lately, like I said, I've been layering these two and I have loved it. And so lastly, moving on to mascara. Since I do have lash extensions, I don't typically wear mascara. At least, I honestly can't tell you the last time I wore them on my top lashes, but as far as the bottom lashes go, I feel like most mascaras transfer onto my lower lid, so my under eye, which I absolutely cannot stand. And so lately I've just been using this, their Real Primer. This is in, I think it's just a dark brown. But I really like this. It just kind of separates my lower lashes from my shadow and my concealer without transferring throughout the day. And so I really like this. I would recommend it to anybody. Yeah, you can get almost all of this at Sephora or Ulta. Besides the Image products, you can actually get them at Kohl Salon and Savage. I know that I post pretty frequently, but if any of you guys ever have any questions on products that you feel like would be good for you or anything like that, definitely feel free to reach out, and I would love to kind of help you guys out. Thank you for listening, and just let me know if you guys would like to see more videos like this. Yeah, this was fun.